when the trip makes it out of the group chat.
Wow, we're syncing our color again.
High protein latte. Let's go.
At night the quiet is too loud, like white noise from a big crowd. The TV's on, it's hard to read. We're multitasking through a century, and every man
going to stop at Jingdezhen station. Please take all your belongings and get off the train in order.
We're gonna take a Didi to our hotel now. Everything is porcelain theme here. Even the walls are painted in blue and white print.
柜子有台阶一下了吧？如果没有台阶，就是做普通的，跟这没一样过就试过，是不是？不摆到下面来，冇可能我们摆个位置吧。
This is the only camera you bring for all the photos and videos?
Take a nap.
玉瓷。Ta-da! What? Go deep? I feel it more.
If my life is like a garden, I've been pulling weeds for years. Some more stubborn, interwoven, but I'm finally seeing some things a little more clear. Sometimes I feel like a failure, 'cause I planted all these seeds. But like a wash pot never boils, I wait but don't see any green. But then suddenly
Next level coffee mug. It's our first trip together.
You got a new boyfriend.
R&B table.
It says bathroom. We're heading to another market across the road.
running low, can you charge me? If it's love we're talking, you ain't really frontin'. You do the walk and talk the talk, but drop it. Pull me back, you left me there, I'm falling. Stop, the hell are you going? I'ma hold you up, I'll get myself together. Who'd have thought without you I'd be better? Brace yourself, I'm ready for another. I said it once before. Without you, I'm sunlight, so bright, so right. Sunlight, so bright, so right. Woke up done, can you carry me? When I'm losing my mind, can you hold me? If I'm hazy blue, can you help me?
Can you help me?
Feeling down, can you feel me? When I'm running low, can you charge me?
When I'm running low.
If it's love we're talking, you ain't really frontin'. You do the walk and talk the talk, but drop it. Pull me back, you left me there, I'm falling. Stop, the hell are you going? I'ma hold me up, I'll get myself together. Who'd have thought without you I'd be better? Brace yourself, I'm ready for another. I said it once before. Without you, I'm sunlight, so bright, so right. Sunlight, so bright, so right.
Look at how they stack these pizza.
This looks like the worm from Dune. Yeah, I need to find. Oh, you dropped your. tonight we are having Cantonese congee because Victor's feeling under the weather. So we just ordered some takeout and we're staying in. Also, the hotel left us a piece of chocolate cake. They know me. Say whatever time they go, you should go at that time. Because they have a lot of restaurants.
No, they just have a lot of projects.
Big Ding wood kiln. Trendy village. There's a coffee shop here apparently. Oops, sorry. Coffee shop. There's a pizza store here.
That makes this place so aesthetic. I don't even know
We have durian pizza, okonomiyaki pizza, banana lava cocoa. Something, finally, one of us.
First purchase.
It's a backpack.
Barista made another one for us because she wanted to practice her swan. So we have free latte too.
These people.
I guess we really don't.
WeChat again.
I
first scan the QR code and then pay on WeChat. Got them tickets. Xie. Dressed up.
Now?
创世纪手工手绘。
品尝鲜榨成的茶。我们的新鲜好喝不贵，价。
Different waves, different strands of life, primal codes, cryptic by design. We just float like two floating looks. The river's wild, there's no way to pose. And if you feel you know what there's in store. Hold on tight, you're out for some fun. And if you think you know what fate's in store, embrace yourself for change. 'Cause who you are was never set in stone.
怪不得。How much is it?
This one,
200. Subtle. Unique, because I don't have stuff like this. Yeah. It's 200 too.
so 460, 760.
Is it?
Such a cute one.
Yeah. Time for dinner. Something glass. We hear.
I am bright like a sun. You were my nova on the run, and I float in the wake of midnight to daybreak. When the winter chill froze it to the bone, you could always find your way back home to your little shelter from the storm. And if you're feeling left out by the weather, you could always wear your whole sweater. It was lying there the whole time.
This one's 500 kwai. Oh, you're so cute. Hello. Yeah.
北幅上面还有两个三角的，这幅蛋糕帮我拿一下。
哪个？
我最喜欢用的，但左边的形式感也很漂亮，上面有一个就会有你喜欢的各种各样的确定的，是吧？又可以拿到，大概有4幅的样子，所以今天没买到的朋友，明天也可以买到。我还蛮喜欢这里，你看这一幅的这种4幅啊，会直接上在这里边，因为其实我们这样跟因为我也是花很久的时间才说服酒店。
Pretty cute. Yeah.
Quite worth it.
53.
53 块。
Wanna be your savior. I wanna be your northern star. Relieve you of your heartache. Pave the way for who you are after I'm gone. After I'm gone, after I'm gone, gone, after I'm gone. I disappear with morning, fade away with breaking light. You dream of hope and glory. Wake up with an open heart after I'm gone. After I'm gone. After I'm gone, gone. After I'm inside you. And every night I'll sing you down. You'll sleep without a worry.
We just got to tour of the glass studio. Now we are heading to the handicraft shops. Didn't know this was underground the whole time. You can also buy them to paint yourself.
was a brand new start. You stole my heart away. I took your last name when you gave me a ring that day. Let's take a walk through this lonely neighborhood, and you can paint me a smile like only you could. Oh, won't you please walk through life with me?
Non-stop chatting.
Got you.
What a random shot.
Chin up, babe, tomorrow's a new year, little darling. Old Lane Sign and all the other cheers. In the moment feels just like you're here, little darling. Write your resolutions without fear.
This is my mini jingdezhen souvenir haul. I really don't need any more ceramics in my kitchen, but there were so many beautiful handmade pieces there that I had to pick a few items up. So here's what I got. First up is this beautiful stoneware matte finish bowl. I just love how plain and simple it is, and I can use this for my breakfast yogurt bowls in the morning. I like how it has a small lip on the side and it feels very comfortable to use for everyday use. I was really tempted to buy more quirky items, but Victor was the porcelain police and said we already have too many items, so I settled for something more classic. But plot twist, I managed to buy a couple of quirky and useless items from a glass studio. I've never seen this style of glass blowing technique until I went to Jingdezhen. I purchased these from a store at the Sculpture Ceramic Factory. These are by the brand Something Glass. The seller did tell me that you can't pour hot liquid into it, but coffee is okay. These cups definitely were not cheap, but after meeting Shao at his studio, the ceramic artist shared that he bought a plate from the weekend market from a Korean glass blower, and he said glass blowing is a very hard art form to perfect, so I thought it was worth it. Also by the same brand is this frosted dessert plate. I was tempted to buy the patterned dishes, but I felt like these solid color plates would visually complement my food more, whereas the polka dot plates felt more like standalone pieces that you would display. This is probably the most useless dish that I've purchased, which is a small oval plate by the Jing drifter artist called Chen Ran. I guess this plate is good for portion control, and I'll put chocolate and cookies on them. If you don't have the chance to go to Jingdezhen and you have access to Taobao, a lot of these stores are available on Taobao and you can order online instead. And lastly, we got a couple of rectangular dishes. I just like how they're shallow, but they also have a little bit of depth, so it's perfect for meal prepping. In hindsight, I wish I picked up a couple more pieces because some stores carried some ceramics that I had not seen anywhere else. If you like coffee and ceramics, I think it's worth traveling to Jingdezhen to witness 2,000 years of China's porcelain culture. We hope you enjoyed this vlog, and we'll see you next week.